Sending out messages. Okay, send out flurry of messages every Discord. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Yep, today was a holiday, so got to wake up, do the same things I pretty much do every day, except for longer, because I don't have work. And yeah, then I played some Paper Mario, doing it in Japanese, so that's always fun. It's like reading things. It's like, what the hell is this? But yeah. All right. So we are on the third game today of the four-game finals of the JPML WRC League. This is the last one from this last year. And yeah, so I have the series score up right now. Also, wait, I actually need to change this a bit. Let's see. So today's ordering for the players is, what's up, Veggie? Let's see, A, B, C, and D. Oh, cool. So almost in order. A, let's see, B, C, and D. Yeah, out of the four games in this series, player A, who's like currently killing everyone, starts out as like the first East. What's up, Navitas? Oh yeah, and I don't know if they're here, but N Terrace, thanks for following me yesterday. I just noticed right after the stream. I'm like, oh no, they followed me. Gotta say thanks. All right. So yeah, this is the series score right now. Player A is pretty much dominating, like absurdly. So for anyone that's ever played in a series before, so like at our Pacific Mahjong League back when I was in California, we do series at the end of each regular season, and series are generally 4 games, and if a person gets a first place and they get another first place, it's kind of hard to overtake them, and that's what we're kind of seeing right here. So first place is 620 points ahead of second. What is that, like 816 points ahead of third, and last place is literally over 1,000 points with 2 games remaining. Yeah, not great. So yeah, in WRC rules, the UMA is 515. So what that translates to is a 10-point difference. In other words, for these scores, 100-point difference between each placement. So the difference between first and second is 100. First and third would be 20, and then first and last would be at max 30. So even if like first place in the total series right here, Mr. Player A got a last place, and let's say B got first place, with the UMA alone, that's still minus 32,000 points in game deficit. So yeah, it's gonna be rough. What's up, Glassy Press? All right, let's get started. Da, 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 da. Where's my mouse today? Here's my mouse. I always gotta adjust Okay. All right, starting off, we are east today. Starting east store is the Forest Sozu, and we got one, two, three, four blocks, kind of far, but we're dealer. Um, so one so or Sha is generally pretty straightforward here. See which one they're going. Generally, in this case, I usually go with one so. So they're going shop. They do have. What's up, Navitas? Are there incentives to place higher other than first, i.e., for second place? Uh, it depends on the series, but generally speaking, for like this WRC series, I don't believe there is any extra incentive uh, for second, third, and fourth to like not try for first. I could be wrong there. So there's like several like benefits that you get from winning a tournament like this. So for JPML WRC League, if you get first place, that's a title, and with a title comes a lot of goodies. So you get like some seating and like other tournaments. If you're, let's say, a low ranked person like me in like the Phoenix League, you can immediately jump up to like this special promotion league, et cetera, et cetera. Even for like the people that just get into the finals, they can get some of those benefits too. But as far as like prize money is concerned, I don't actually know exactly how much the difference is between second, third, and fourth. I know that first place definitely makes more than all of them. And as far as like their Dawn points are concerned, uh, what is that? So in JPML, one of the ranking systems they have is Dawn ranking. So like on Tenho, kind of, where you have first Dawn. So all pros started out as first Dawn, then second Dawn, third Dawn, fourth Dawn, and the way you move up is you accumulate points based off of what you participate in. So let's say like the WRC League or the Phoenix League or like the 10 Dawn tournament, and then you also get points on how well you did. So if you just participate, technically you get some small points. If you make it to like the actual tournament rounds of, let's say, like the WRC League, then you get more points. If you make it to like the top 16, you get more. If you make it to top 8, you get more. As far as the finals is concerned, second, third, and fourth all make the same, and then first place will win more than them. Let's see. Classy Press says, "How does player B have 0 points?" They got plus 64 in the no, they got minus 64 in the first game, and then they got plus 64 in the second game, and so they have pulled off Asaki and now are put on Maizo. And can you go down in Don points? No. So there is no like losing Don points, which does mean that if you're looking at like the Don rankings, for the people that are in Renmei, it can either mean that they've been there a long time or maybe they're just good. And so usually whenever you're trying to get an estimate of like, all right, how good is like X player, usually you want to look at when they came in and I guess like what they're done is right now. So if they came in like the very beginning, even if they weren't like super amazing, they could have still accumulated enough Don points to get up to like like 7, 8 Don. Uh, Similarly, there's some players that come in not at the beginning, but are still just like they just like win like absurd amounts of everything and just like shoot up in Don points. So like Seto Kuma, who plays for Raiden, he was kind of like that. He's been around, but not like super long in JPML. Like he's not one of like the founding members. But like he shot up like absurdly quick with all of his victories and is like I think probably the youngest 9 Don on that list. Uh, yeah. So let's get to it. So starting shot beginning one so is kind of good if we consider like the potential upgrades. Technically, we do have Itsu upgrade if we count this like block right here. Shaw as well for people calling. Probably kind of good to get rid of. In Akari Mahjong, generally if you have like 1-4-6-9 shape, the standards usually throw the 9 through the 1 first because like the Shaw has more benefits of keeping a lot of the times, mostly just because like well the 1 uses the 4 uses up everything the 1 can use, and the 6 uses up everything the 9 can use. But there are some benefits for throwing this early. So, for instance, if you don't want people to call Yakuhai and you want to kill off their wins before they draw a pair, that's some benefits for it. You can also keep this around and throw the one as a potential safer tile later on. But, of course, in this rule set, honor tiles are a bit more delicious than in red 5 Mahjong. Alright, don't need that, actually. So at this point, this is kind of interesting. So full attack mode, South. A little bit more defensive, one so, because South is now 2-cut. So the difference between this and this, as far as their offensive benefits and defensive benefits we're concerned, are about the same. But this one's like definitely better for defense. So let's see what they're thinking. Nope. So this is just offensive minded right here. Even though this hand is far away, we are dealer. Door is the 5 so we can just run into that. Attack, attack. 6 Hatsu's 1-cut or 1 so. I think 1 so. What are they thinking? 1 pin. That's interesting. That's interesting. I guess this still balances like, you know, keeping like this like suit for potential Itsu potential. Huh. Interesting. Do they round up to 1.0? Or which player? The player that has 0? And there's no like 15.1? Oh, so the way the scores are right now is think of like the 100 as being like the 1. So this is like player A has like 60.0. Player B actually has like straight up 0. Player C has minus 42.6, and player D has 19.4. Is how you can think of that. Huh, why did they throw the 1 so? I guess the 1 so, or I guess, or the 1 pin. I guess the 1 so does have like that farther off Itsu potential. Because technically their hand is kind of bad, and so having that extra potential to get actual like significant value from this hand might be better than getting like a 2 or 3 and just being stuck with a Penchon or a Kanchan. Oh, double east. Okay, surely we keep the double east. So Hatsu or 1 so here. I'm still liking the 1 so. What are they thinking? Okay, they finally said, well, I like this Hatsu over the 1 so as well, so let's get that. It is interesting to see how they are doing their like they benefited like the 1 so over like the 1 pin, but like they benefited the 1 karatsu over, you know, both of those. They do have a far off hand, so having some like defense is also nice, but also just you know, trying to get actual value from that in a hand that currently is just bad shapes and sadness. And so even if you do keep these around, like the 1 pin, all you still end up is with bad shapes and sadness. But at least this, it gives some chance of happiness, and like the 1 so does give some chance of happiness as well. Yep, so the actual score is plus 62. Let's see. Let's see. If that's easier to visualize, I can just change that actually. Let's see. Dot, dot. 0 is actually 0. Ah! Okay. Alright, I'm now using the dot formation. or dot notation. Alright, let's see. 3, 2 on. This hand is so sad. We have to keep 4 so around, I think, because the 5 so is just really good. So Hatsu or Haku here. Actually, 9mon might be kind of fun too. So they're going Haku. So technically we have 5 blocks right now. But they're kind of sad blocks. Kanchan, Kanchan, Penchon, pairs, and like no value in the current blocks. Yeah. On the brighter side, technically, all of these blocks have all of their tiles remaining, from what we can see. It's kind of cool. Doesn't usually happen like that. 5-pin is a really nice floating tile, but we have no value, and we'll probably fold this hand. Do we drop Hatsu here, or the 5-pin? I kind of like the upgrades of, like, actually 9-so might be fun too, or even 9-pin or 9-mon. I kind of like the transitions to like a tiny owl potential even, but chances are we're gonna be folding this, so I don't know if throwing Hatsu is worth that. It's still kind of early though. Maybe Hatsu for me. See what they're thinking. Oh, they went Hatsu as well. Bit of greed. 6-so, 1-so. So this is always fun whenever they drop tiles around the Dora. It's like, so they're either really fast or they have the Dora. Either way, we gotta watch out for this person coming up. So Hatsu is now 2-cut, and we saw the 6-so. Do we discard the Hatsu still and just go forward, or are we gonna back off a little, maybe like throw the 9-mon? Still Hatsu, full force right here. They do not want to like have their dealership go to waste. 1-mon, pay. That's an awkward tile. That's an awkward tile. I hate this. Yeah, this hand is just so cringe. So it's still 5 Shanten. Technically, we have 3 pairs now, so it's also I'm sorry, not 5 Shanten, 3 Shanten. 5 connections, and it's technically also 3 Shanten from 7 pairs. Wow. I kind of wanted to like 5-pin or 4-so here, maybe even just the 9-mon. I don't want to throw East because East is shiny. Probably 5-pin for me. Ooh, they went 5-pin too. 9-pin, 1-mon. Ricci! Alright, that is the one person I was really hoping wouldn't reach. Hey, safe time. So Dora is the 5-so, which is absurdly easy to use, so I kind of don't want to push that reach. Technically, we are 2 Shanten, but it's 2 Shanten from 7 pairs, also known as still about 15 turns on average to get to Tenpai. So what do we fold with? Technically, we don't have any 100% safe tiles. Aside from that, we have these 2 East. Probably going with the 2 East for me. Let's see what they're thinking. They're also like, yeah, I'm good. Tsumogiri, and safe tile. So the Tsumogiri is kind of interesting because it doesn't give any new information. So yeah, this person could be fighting. They could even be Tenpai. We don't know. But just having the idea of like that is a possibility around. Uh, if you do see a safe tile come from their hands, a lot more likely that they're kind of like folding or washing than if they just draw a safe tile and drop it. Because like this is like something directly from their hand that they're throwing in relation to this versus something that just happened to come into their hand. So that doesn't mean that's like, oh, this person's a Tenpai. It means that technically they could be Tenpai or one Shansen, or maybe really want to push their hand. We don't have any clue yet, so yeah, just keep that in mind. 8-pin is a safe tile now. This hand is horrible, and I really want to fold. East is safe for this person, who may very, very well, looking at their discards, be close to Tenpai and be fighting soon. So I kind of want to throw 8 right here so that we have East to defend against this person. Let's see what they're thinking. So they are going double East right here, keeping this 8 around and maximizing the Ukiiri, even in the face of the reach. It's interesting. Glassy Press says, how do players adapt to other formats, like from Rule A to WRC? Hmm. 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 Tell you when I figure that out. No. So I guess it's understanding the individual rule sets and then also kind of like your habits. So if you look at like, let's see. So there was a player that I was talking to a while ago who their style in like JPML A League rules was basically like a style that they would use at Johnso, where it's just like, yeah, just run to Tempai and breach everything. Reach Nomi, no problem. Reach a Pinfu, of course, kind of sort of thing. Um, and then there's a lot of other players that have some pretty big differences between, let's say, like their Akadi Mahjong and then their JPML A League World Mahjong or even their WRC Mahjong. So it kind of depends. I guess the simplest thing is like notice the style that you're playing and figure out like what are the habits that you're building up for that, and then what doesn't necessarily work in other stuff, or maybe what does work in other things. So I know when Shori was staying here, whenever he would like refer to like Tenho or something, and he's like, oh yeah, like like as like mahjong. I'm like, no, Tenho is not mahjong. And then he goes to like the Janso and it's like refers to Janso as mahjong, and I'm like, no, Janso isn't mahjong. Uh, so that's basically just saying that like mahjong is a collection of like all these different types of rule sets and being able to like adapt to them. So there are common elements between each of them, uh, but there are still like some pretty solid differences between them all. So for a person that plays like Tenho, right? A person can be really good at Tenho, but still be bad at mahjong. So this is like I know Xkime mentioned this on his Patreon, one of his like clickbaity title articles, and basically saying like there are some people that are high up in like Ho-Oh, maybe like 8 Dan or like 9 Dan or 10 Dan, and then they go to like a parlor and then just get crushed, um, which yeah can happen because Tenho is not mahjong. Tenho is definitely not Junso mahjong. Tenho is not WRC mahjong. Tenho is Tenho. So even though you do have habits that you build up in Tenho that might have been really good for Tenho, those habits might not be as good in other styles of play, and at times even detrimental. So for instance, in like Janso Mahjong, doing a lot of like sake getting or even like folding from like certain shanten, depending on what you have, is really bad. And in Tenho, it's just kind of like a normal thing, especially like kind of folding early on, being very uh, attentive of like what other players have, and being very like defensive overall, especially once you're into the Ho table. Uh, so what that means is if a player plays a lot on like anything like Majso or like Tenho and builds up certain habits based off of that, which is pretty natural thing to happen. Uh, because let's say for everyone that lives outside of Japan, we don't really got the option to go to parlors every day and just go to different parlors and play different rule sets and all that. No, it's like all right, I can play on Tenho. I can play on Mahjong, except those use actually like the same rule sets. Can you play on Ron too? That's okay. Okay. Final Fantasy. Not really as many options, right? So usually people are gonna play like a lot of games on like Tenho or Module and build up those habits specifically for those games. And it's still pretty hard to like build those up, but just because you're like really good at Tenho doesn't mean you're gonna be like amazing if you go into like WRC tournament. Uh, Similarly, you know, going from like A rules to that as well. A rules and WRC rules are a bit closer, but yeah. So for all of these, you have to look at what are the elements in the game, what's different from each game, and basically you can't treat WRC uh, like with the same like lens or like the same like mindset that you would like Tenno. So anytime you like change mahjong, you gotta like switch your glasses basically. So normally you're wearing your Tenho glasses, throw those out. All right, now you get your WRC glasses, throw those out. Now you got your A-roll glasses, and you have to make the choices based off what you're playing, and be very careful of letting your kind of like pre-built wiring that you have for other styles just kind of like work its way into like your reads and your like estimated value estimations for another style. So yeah, how do players adapt? Difficultly, I guess. Still working on that myself. All right. Let's see. Haku comes from hand. That is a safe tile over. So this could technically be Tempai right here, or one Shanten. Toyman dropping a Toitsu, or probably 1-2 Shanten. Or at the very least, probably not Tempai. South looks great. Ooh, 8-pin. All right. So, huh. This is kind of interesting that they decided to throw the East right here, which was 2-cut at that point. And then and instead of like throwing this like 8-pin out, which was safe like that turn, they threw the East, and then they got the South now, which is technically 100% safe tile outside of Kokushi. Yeah, so, huh. I am kind of curious why they decided to throw the 8-pin there, but not right here. Are they attempting to bluff with like this East East drop? How bizarre. But anyway, yeah. So dropping the 8-pin, which is safe. Keeping the safe tile, especially if one of these two declare Reichi. 3-pin is safe tile. 6-pin is a Nakasuji. That's a slight push. 4 so. Hey, this is kind of interesting. 7 so would be super hard fold right here. 8-pin would be kind of nice because this is technically 2 Shanten. Even though we can't see a route right now, we could end up in Tempai later on, especially once we get through Ryukoku, so that might be nice. So probably just 8-pin. 3-pin from hand, that looks like a fold. Toyman is dropping another Toitsu, so this is probably a fold. And Sumo. That's big. What is that? Richitsumo Tanyao Dora 3 Ura 1. 3,000, 6,000. Nice player D. Dang. Some scary stuff. Let's see, going back over here. So at this point, this player was Ishanten. Through that, so still 1 Shanten. If they had a perfect draw right there, they could have technically gotten to Tempai. 3-pin did put them into Tempai, but they weren't willing to reach on the 7 Mon. Huh. That's interesting. This is just because like they can't see like anything in the middle Monzu tile, and they're just like, yep, that's just too dangerous. Plus 3-pin is a safe tile anyway, so they're like, yeah, I'll just play around. And then they drew a 6-0, which is next to the door, and they can't kind of, well, it could only be like a 3-6 for 6-9 for Ryanman, so yeah, and they decide to fold. Okay. Toyman. Mawashi's around with the 1-pin. So 1-2 Shanten estimates. That was 1 Shanten. And a bit of fold right there. Okay. Eesh. East 2. Dora is the south, and we are north. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. 3 connections, so 5 Shanten. 6 Shanten, or it's also 5 Shanten for 7 pairs as well. Yeah, that's something. Let's see what our draws are. Ooh, this is kind of nice actually. So yeah, I got a pair right here. So Tanyao and Chitoitsu, or Tanyao and Chitoitsu, looking a little bit nicer. Chun's pretty cool, so probably 9-pin or 9-so, or maybe even 1 Mon, but probably not 1 Mon, especially since 1 Mon's now a safe tile for the dealer. That's cool. I'm liking 9-so. What are they thinking? They're going 9-pin. Okay, okay. 9-so in this case is actually kind of cool. So normally if you have like a 6-9, you know, you just throw the 9 because the 6 can do everything the 9 can do. But technically if you have a 6-6 and a 9, the 6-6 forms a block in itself. So technically that frees up the 9 to still take in the 7, the 8 and form a new block. Let's see, North 3 Mon, 9-pin. Ah! Alright, suddenly we are now 3 Shanten. Probably just throw the 9-so here. Okay, okay. Tuso. Ugh. Crossroads. Uh, uh, Personally, I just want to throw the Haku. What are they thinking? Okay, they're just gonna throw the Haku too. So technically, right here, we could like do like the Tuso or the One Mon, but like the most like shiny value chance that we can like see right now is this Tiny Chitoitsu chance, which if you get like Richitsumo Tiny Chitoitsu, that's already a Mongon with Ura and Ipatsu. Technically, you can go up to Hanemon or even Baimon potential. And aside from that, even if we did keep this Haku or Chun around and we get one of those, it's not that happy. We don't have any like Dora right now to like fall back on. We could pretty much just make like a Kawashite, but the shapes are kind of bad for that. So yeah, just get rid of that one Karaku. Okay, I guess that's cool. Now everything is different. Tuso or Chun? Chun is Shonpai. Tuso is safe for the dealer, but Tuso is also Tanyao tile and can take in the 3 and the 4 Sozu. I'm kind of digging. Oh, maybe even one Mon. That would be fun. Because if you get the 2 Mon and you drop the Chun, then you're technically going to end up with a Nomi hand. If you do drop the 1 Mon, though, then you're confirming the 4 Mon on this shape right here, saying, like, okay, this is a Tanyao shape if it does come to fruition. Still leave the 2 so open for, like, 3, 4, and, yeah. Kind of digging the 1 Mon. Should I be digging the 1 Mon? I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit too greedy. See what they're thinking. They're gonna go Chun? Tuso, okay. Ah, huh. Okay. If we look at the hand right now, technically we have 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, 4 block, 5 blocks. And each of these blocks can already take in tiny house tiles, right? So even if we do drop the 1 mon and we keep that 2 so, if we draw a 3 so or a 4 so, we have like too many blocks. Which I guess might be good for that one Shanten. Actually, would it? Yeah, it would be good for like this one Shanten right here. But as soon as we draw anything, we have to drop one of those blocks. So rather than doing that, keeping the tune around, especially if we get a draw on this tune, can make this hand kind of fun. Because then we can advance to a quick, just like 1,000 point hands end this game pretty quick. Having the 6-0 now, the hand isn't as horrible as it was before when we dropped the Haku either. So okay, okay. So this is keeping value for 5 blocks. So 2 mon, no call right there. 4 so, okay. Okay, yeah. Tune or 1 mon? Kind of like a 1 mon. Or like a 1 mon too. So drew another 4 pin right here. Technically, we have 4 blocks to a Tanyao, Chitoi, uh, Senpai, so that's 2 Shansen for that. Technically, it could also even become something cool like Sananko, or if you dream hard enough, Suanko. Just gotta keep dreaming. It is also nice that oh my god, that's awesome. All of our blocks right now, every single one of them has all of their tiles still available from what we can see. And yeah, we just drew a freaking 8 mon. So if we draw a 2 pin or a 4 pin, we're instantly Tenpai for a Tanyao Sananko. And then technically we're 2 Shanten away from a Suanko. So yeah, drop the tune. Let's see what they're thinking. 5 pin would also be kind of interesting, but I don't know. Because like I don't know, if they draw the 4 mon, would they reach you on the 3-6 or would they reach you on like the 2-4? Because if you reach you on the 3-6, it's a bit wider weight, but if you reach you on the 2-4 and you sumo, then it's like, reach Itsumo Tanyao Sananko. Potentially Ura 3, boom. I'm kind of like in tune. Let's see what they're going. All right, yep. Just no fancy stuff. Just yeah, run to the shiny hand. Nabita, just noticed Shimacha's pension drop that got punished. 8. Do you need the 7? No, leave me alone. 7. Ah, it happens. It happens. There's a lot of things you can't control in Mahjong. Your draws are definitely not one of them. Let's see, one so, three mon. So three mon we can see two of right now. It's a bit sad for our Suwanko chances. East, well, there goes East. 8 pin, 7. So I am kind of curious to see if they're going to call, especially if like a 4-mon comes out. I think that's a chi. From my perspective at least, like if I see a 4-mon come out and I'm not calling a chi, like what? Uh, Even if you went to like say like, oh, I'm not going to call the chi because I want value, you could still call the chi and drop the 5-pin. So, you know, if 2-pin, 4-pin come out from other people, it's still your quick Tanyo hand. But if you Timo it, then you instantly go up to like a 5,200 point hand. Let's see, 9-pin, 7-pin. Door is also really hard to use right now, which is great for us because unless we see a Ricci, we don't really care about anything. Yeah, so Tanyao, Sananko, waiting on a 4-mon right now. If you get the Ron, because we have enough food, 6,400 points. If we get the Sumo, then it's a Mongon. And also, if we get a 4-pin, then we get an upgrade for Suwanko. Similarly for 3-mon and 5-mon as well. 3-mon's kind of sad though. So yeah, took the Tempai, probably not reach. 2 so, 1 so. Oh, look at our discards. It's like, you know, just nothing. Oh, there we go. Sumo! 2,000, 4,000, and yeah. That's pretty cool, considering that this hand started off as this right here. So from 5 Shanten to this thing right here. Delicious. Yep, if you ever need value, building up is definitely a good way. Even though Sananko and stuff is kind of unlikely, uh, it's still pretty good if you have nothing else to like fall back on. All right, especially in WRC and A-League rules. And with that brings us to East 3. We are currently the West Wind. Dora is the 5 so. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 connections in the hand, so 4 Shanten. And yeah. What are we seeing here? Junshan? Shanta? I guess it'll depend on our draws. Technically, we do have a chance to call this, but if we do, then we're left with like Penchon, Penchon, and then this. Yeah, probably not calling that. All right, the game is like, let me tell you about this great hand. It's like the opposite of Tanyao. So now we got one more connection. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 Shanten. Technically, we got 4 Mensu potential. So we do need a pair. If we do keep this Haku and Hatsu, grab a pair from that. Then we have all of our blocks for Chanta already. 8 so is kind of fun because then we can potentially move up and get 7, 8, 9 Sanshoku. So probably either 4 so or 8-mon here. I'm probably like an 8-mon just to make it not look as suspicious. Let's see what they're thinking. Haku. Oh! They are just like, yeah, Dora's the 5 so. Yeah, I'm not digging that Chanta stuff. It's not for me. So yeah, they're just going like max Menzen Ugere right here. Killing off the Haku and interesting choice. Let's see where it leads. Tuso. Okay, or 2-mon. So 2-mon draw right here. I guess we can either drop the 1-mon or like the Hatsu. They dropped the Haku last turn. They're gonna follow up with the Hatsu. If you are going Menzen right here, technically we have like no value right now to speak of. Shape-wise, I guess 1-mon would be the highest Ugere. Or actually, would it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, technically, Hatsu is the highest Ugere. So yeah, what are they gonna do? Yeah, I don't like this hand. I'd probably go 1-1 here at this point. 8, so completely ignoring like any like Chanta or like Sanshoku or anything like that. They're just going like straight on, keeping their full shapes they have right here. So they do have Mensu over right now, which means if they draw any pair on any of these tiles that they have, then that'll advance their hand forward. Oh, so they're just like sprinting to Tenpai. 5 so, alright, it all paid off. Hatsu? Or actually, no, maybe 1 so. Hatsu. Or actually, maybe 8-mon. There's so many things. I'm going Hatsu here. Let's see what they're thinking. They're going Hatsu as well. So we got the door now, so now if we do sprint to Tenpai, we have value. So, because we're sprinting to Tenpai, throw out the Hatsu, speed up this hand as quick as possible. Rush, rush, rush. 7-mon. Glad we get that 8. So yeah, now I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably either 1-mon or 2 so here. Yeah, I guess the 1-mon right now. Ooh, maybe the 4-mon. No. Yeah, probably the, yeah, probably just the 1-mon. They're going 1-mon too. So right now we do have 5 blocks, but the 7-8 is not, or the 7-9 is not the greatest shape. It's, you know, Kanchan and an 8. If we can want to potentially upgrade to like another Pinfu, that'll increase our chances of getting getting another Ryanmin to increase our chances of Pinfu. I can definitely speak, I promise. So keeping the 4 rounds, and then also the 5 is also nice. You don't want to confirm this 3, 4 right here, because if you do get a 6, then you can have this 2, 3, 5, 6. You can also get a pair on the 5 so as well, so keeping this open and leaving this Ryaman alone right now is pretty flexible. So Chun, Formon, boom, and it pays off. So yeah, this hand is cool. So technically we're 2 Shanten right now, but we're also 2 Shanten for 7 pairs, which came out of nowhere. So at this point we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. So we probably want to kill off one of the blocks. This is a Ryanmin, which is kind of nice. This is a Ryanmin and also potential Ipeiko, which is kind of nice. So we have the 7-9 versus the 2-2-4. I'm liking the 9-pin drop right here because, you know, 2-2-4 can take in the 2, the 3, and we can also get the 5 so. And even if we drop the 9, we're still leaving the 7 open to get the 6. So see what they're thinking. All right, same thing. 3-1 so drop right here. It's a pretty strong Tatsu drop. 3-1 drop right here as well. All right, you got to start worrying about people soon. At this point, drop the 7-pin. 4-pin we can take in both sides. 7-pin, if we get the 8-pin, we're kind of sad because it's 30-10. So yeah, this is an example of these reads right here, except from like an actual open perspective. So we dropped a 9-pin and a 7-pin. So from our opponent's perspective, they can see that we dropped, you know, this Tatsu right here, which generally means we have too many, you know, Tatsu potential or too many Mensu potential. So that usually translates to about 1 to 2 Shanten. And if we look at our hands, we are in fact 2 Shanten. 9 so, 7 so, 6, 8. We don't need that. As we cry. Can't control our draws. Can only make the best choice that we can with the information that we have. East doesn't look too strange because it was a Shonpai before this came out. South the drop. We have 2 door. I'm greeting. South drop. They're also greeting. Jaffa Orange says, always believe in the Kanchan. But we are believing in a Kanchan. Just this other Kanchan over here. Don't need that other Kanchan. Fact, if we decided to drop this other Kanchan, the wall would have magically changed and we would have drawn like the 3-mon instead. Little known fact about Mahjong. Whatever choice you make, it's actually the wrong one. Alright. 2-pin, 4-mon, 8-pin. Leave us alone! Shah is a safe-ish. That's a safe tile over. So at this point right here, this is a hint that they could technically be in Tempai or probably one Shanten. So gotta watch out from them right now. Toyman dropping the 2-1, so probably 1-2 Shanten. 9 pin, just leave us alone. Actually, maybe not. So at this point, we do have a choice to make. So it's already the 10th turn. We do got this amazing, cool Dora hand and like Chitoitsu potential and everything like that. But other people's hands are getting closer to Tenpai. It would not be strange at all for literally all 3 people to declare Riichi next turn with a good draw. So, that being the case, do we drop the 4 pin here, or do we drop the 9 pin here? So 9 pin is just like, I don't care, like, full on, straight ahead. 4 pin drop is like, well, I got 5 blocks already. If someone reaches, it's kind of hard to drop the 4 pin. Kind of a little bit easier to drop the 9 pin, especially like against this guy, for instance, who's showing safe tile overflow. But the 4 pin probably will end up with a fold, end up folding unless we like magically end up in Shitoitsu Tenpai. So yeah, in this kind of situation, I do like throwing the 4 pin right here. Let's see what they're thinking. They're also like, yep, now is the time, and now is the time to end our dreams and just take the 5 blocks that we have. 1 mon, 7 pin, Chun, that is a safe tile over, so this person right here is also either Tenpai or in 1 Shanten. 8 pin comes back to torment us. How unfortunate. Probably just throw the 8 pin here. So 9 pin, 3 mon, 1 so. Alright. So now we have some choices to make. So we have reason to believe that every single player on this board is probably close to Tenpai. 2 of them could potentially be, you know, Damaten. We see 2 of the Dora, so there's only 2 remaining, so Damaten is kind of weird for a giant death hand. But stuff like Sanshoku and whatnot exists, so dealing into like a 5,200 or an 8,000 point hand is not unheard of right here. So yeah, we can either drop the 9 pin right now, which we know is safe for everyone, and keep this 8 so and only drop it if we advance the hand, or take the bet, try to drop the 8 so now before anyone declares Riichi. 8 so is Suchi to the Dora, so it is kind of sad. Someone declares Riichi. So yeah. With 2 Dora, I'm going 8 so here. Let's see what they're thinking. They're also like, yeah, 8 so! And suddenly, Toyman's like, haha, you thought those 2 were in Dama Tenpai, but it was I, Toyman, with a perfect draw on this 1 pin drop. With, yeah, Pinfu, Tanyao, Dora Dora, from the dealer, 12,000 points. Boom. That's sad. Let's see what was actually going on. So this person dropped this, so this indicates usually either Tenpai or potentially 1 Shanten. In their actual hand, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is kind of interesting. So there are actually 2 Shanten here with a very interesting like Mensu over like Anko kind of shape going on here. That's kind of interesting. Toyman drops the 2 pin, right? And then drops the 1 pin. So normally after this, after dropping a Tatsu from a, you know, Tatsu over hand, usually your estimates is like 1 to 2, unless they had a perfect draw on the second draw, then they technically could be Tenpai. So this was that case where they dropped the 2 and the 1, but whenever they dropped the 1, they drew the perfect tile they needed, this nice 3 mana right here, to give them a beautiful, like, really secretive, like, ninja-styled Tenpai right here. So if we did see, like, a safe tile overflow from them, then we could, you know, be a little bit more reasonable of, like, hey, dealer could also be Tenpai. But right here, it's like, they could be Tenpai, but probably not. So, yeah. Similarly, this person right here, oh god, what is this? Yep, drops that one Shansen for them with their death hand of a Menhorn. And that eats so. Quite sad. I actually had like this exact situation kind of occur yesterday in the dojo, or was it the day before? No, the day before, because I was streaming yesterday. Where I had a situation where I was like two door in my hands, and I don't know, it was someone with an open hand, so it was dealer. They were my toyman. Door was actually the 5-so, and I had two 5-so in my hands, and dealer calls. They're looking for Tanyao, and I'm like, all right. I draw a dangerous 8-so. I'm like, well, do I drop it? Uh, if I do deal in, then if they're waiting on like a 5-8, then yeah, whatever, Tanyao. But because I can't technically only see two of the 5-so, they could have like a 5-5-6-7-so and deal in for a Tanyao Dora Dora. That would kind of suck. Meh. And yeah, so they had the exact same thing right here where they're waiting on the 5-8, except this one's a little bit better. This is a 2-5-8. It is quite interesting that they're not reaching this. All right. Next. South 3-1. Door is the 5 Sozu, and our points are sad now. Toyman gave up on Ipeko. Oh. Let's see. Where's that Ipeko? Oh, so they had the 7-so right here, and then they're like, boom. Huh. Yeah, they gave up on Ipeko, and also, like, actually, I guess that's not that strange. Because, like, if we do keep the 7 right here, and then we drop, like, the 1, even if we draw, like, a 2, then we're stuck with the 6-0. Even if we draw a 6-0, we're stuck with the Tonki. Whereas, if you do drop the 7 right here, you have 2 draw already, so you don't really need the added value right now. If you do draw a 3-pin, then you're instantly in Tempai for a Riichi Dora 2, potentially Pinfu, on a 3-sided weight. So, like, this 2-4 or 2-3-4-5-5-6-7 shape is really good, because if you end up with this, it's going to be a 2-sided weight. But whenever they drew, let's see, so they drew the 6-0 right here, and they're like, instant backfire. But they're like, I don't care. This just makes that 8 look so much better. Got the 7-so, so now they have another Mensu to work with. Then instantly do the 3s, so taking that 2-5-8, yeah. So they passed up the Ipeko right here to keep open this chance for this final weight. So that's how much like value that they're putting on that 2-5-8 shape. Pretty interesting, and it paid off. All right. East 3-1. Door is the 5 Sozu, and we got 1, 2, 3 blocks. So yeah, 5 Shanten. Hey, technically 4 Shanten. And yeah, what do we do here? Tanya is not likely at all. Door is the 5-so, the 6-so would be nice. Technically, we can see a Honitsu potential, but it's the East round or the West wind, and South has no value. So we would need like an East and a Haku draw to make that kind of viable for an open like Mangon Honitsu. So yeah, what do we do here? I'm kind of liking the North, or maybe even the 1-pin. See what they're thinking. Probably the North for me. They're also going with the North. So this balances all of our options. We do have like 3 blocks for potential Honitsu right now, but if we do go for Honitsu with what we have right here, it's gonna end up like maybe 2,000 points at worst. If we get like 1 Yakuhai, maybe 3,900 points, which is still pretty difficult to push against someone if they declare Riichi, considering the door is the 5 Sozu, which is really easy to use. But if we get a East and a Haku, and we have a Mangon, yeah, great. Pon Pon, Chi, Tsumo, Death Hand. So yeah, keeping that option open, and of course keeping the rest of the tiles open for just a regular, like, Pinfu or Dora hands. Don't want to lock in too quick. And good that we didn't. 6 Mon is a pretty solid draw. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, 3 Shanten. Yeah. What do we drop here? East, Haku, 1 pin. I'm liking the 1 pin. They're liking the 1 pin too. East and Haku are still good for value and can also potentially turn this hand into just a quick Yakuhai to shut down a super dangerous 5-so Dora round. Keeping the 6-0 alive because we want to take in the Dora. Technically, and keeping both of these, we still have that chance to get the Honitsu as well. And everything changed when the 6-0 came. East is also 1 cut now, so probably drop the East. Can potentially upgrade to Tainyao later on too. 1 Mon, Kyuso, 2 Mon, Chun. We could be cute here and drop the 1-so, or we could just kind of be a little bit more straightforward and drop the Haku and the Chun. Jeff says, how long should you hold on to honors when going for Honitsu? Kind of depends. So it depends on what your other options are. So sometimes if you're going for Honitsu, let's say with the really far off hands, it's like completely scattered, like you have no hopes in life, unless like the Mahjong gods grant you 5 perfect draws, you're not doing anything. In that case, going for Honitsu is kind of pretty okay because you go for Honitsu and it's like this is my only option that I kind of have to make a reasonable hand. And in that case, you hold on to the honors for a very, very long time, and eventually you'll probably be folding anyway, and so they can also be used defensively as well. In the case of a hand like this, which is like, well, we could go for Honitsu, or we could go for something else. You hold on to the honors for as long as they are useful. That is to say, uh, as soon as you get to the point where your other options outside of Honitsu are, looking pretty strong, that's usually when you start to kill off the honors. In this case right here, we're keeping this 1 honor around right now because this hand could still kind of like flex over to use that honor. We do have 3 pairs, so making a 4th pair would also be kind of interesting for upping our options. Haku or Chun or 1-so here. Probably just going Haku or Chun. I think probably just Haku or Chun for me. So yeah, they're going Chun here. Tsumogiri, not giving any information away from their hands. 9 Mon, 6 pin, 8 pin, no call probably. We could call and try to really hard force this hand into Tanyao, but that seems kind of difficult for a couple reasons. One, even if we do call, this is only what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 Shanten still. We still need to make 1 more block. It would have no value unless we draw a Dora or something. And right now the Dora is the 5-so. Everyone really, really wants to keep Tanyao tiles, so calling the rest of our tiles would be really hard. So yeah, I'm probably not calling that. 6-so draw, that's cool. Ishanten now. We can drop the Haku and keep 6 blocks, or we can drop the 1-2-so here. I'm kind of liking the 1-2-so here because Haku would be a pretty awesome draw right now, considering that we have the 6-so Mensu. Let's see what they're thinking. They're going Haku, so instead they're going the 6-block 6-block hand. So this allows them to keep the 1-2, taking the 3, and drop a south to be left with a double Ryanmin, which might be pretty good, especially if they can get like a force upgrade. Boom, Tanyao. And yeah. So going Uke Max right here instead of waiting on the Haku, which could only probably give them some more Kawashite options, so like wash away hand options. 2-so, 2-so. That's kind of sad. 1 Mon. 2 pin is 1 out. 9-so comes out. 3-so. What's up? All right. Yep. South south or 8 pin 8 pin. Depending on like which one you do. Depends on the timing and the safety. So let's say if this is really early on, you'd probably go 8 pin 8 pin here. because, or actually, no, you probably just go south-south. If we had like confirms, not Tanyao, you could choose to drop like the more dangerous one first, so that you have the safer one for later. But because we have almost Tanyao with just a 4-so draw, probably just want to drop south-south here because Tanyao value in our valueless hand. But they go 8-pin. Oh, oh, that's interesting. So yeah, they are actually valuing over the Tanyo upgrade the defensive benefits from keeping a south-south right here. So yeah, by keeping the south pair, and if anyone declares Ricci, they have something to kind of like fall back on, even if they have absolutely no safe tiles. Oh, got a Tatsu drop right there. Toyman is in Ricci, dropping the 5-mon, potentially connected tile to the 5-mon. 5-mon is a safe tile right here, and hey, so, what do we do? Toyman is the dealer, and we do have 2 Genbutsu tiles for them, 1-so and the 2-so. Or we could kind of play around and drop the south and south. But considering that this hand has no value, I'm probably just hard folding with the 2-so and the 1-so. Probably starting with the 2-so because the 1-so is safe for both of these people. Let's see what they're gonna do. South. Oh, okay. So yeah, they're like straight up pushing. It is a slight push, and like the only way that they would like win is if it was like on Cheetoitsu or something. But so this is kind of like a difference that you'll see right here in this WRC finals as opposed to like Tenho, because if you're in Ho-Oh, chances are you probably just like solid fold like 1-so 2-so right here. But this player doesn't want to give up their hand just yet. They can still upgrade into Tanyao, get like Pinfu, and potentially even fight Chase the Reach. So yeah, they're going for the disarm here. East is pretty safe. That's a safe tile overflow, so this right here could still be one Shanten or potentially even Tenpai with a good draw. 2-pin, we can't do that. 3-pin, yeah. This drops the south, East Shanten technically. I can't see them fighting the dealer here, even if they get to Tenpai, which is kind of interesting that they chose the south-south route, because the Dora is the 5-so. We don't see any Dora. Toyman's the dealer, and we would be fighting them with a Ricci Nomi, which I don't think they would take, considering they have 2 safe tiles. Alright, 5-pin draw. 3-pin is a Suji, and technically a 1-chance, but they do have a 2-pin reverse drop right here, so they potentially have a connected tile to the 2-pin, which could technically be 1-2. 2-4 is unlikely. It could also technically be 3-3. Yeah, I'm still I'm folding right here. Let's see what they're thinking. 3 pins. So yes, they are pushing. It is a pretty safe push right here, all things considered. Because we can see 3 of the 2 pins and like Suji with that 6-pin right there. So yeah, they're just like hammering for this hands. Like I'm really curious to see like why. All right, now we get to see. 6-pin comes into their hands. So the 9-pin, 7-mon, both safe tiles. East was a double cut from them. So yes, this looks like a fold. This looks like a fold. And we are in Tenpai waiting on the dealer safe tile of the 7 Monzu. Are they going to drop like the 6-0 here and take Pinfu? And if they do, are they going to Ricci or Dama? Or are they going to try to drop the 5-mon and the 6-mon and potentially just wash it around? Potentially drop the 5-mon because it's a safe tile right now. And if they draw like a amazing 5-so Dora, take that delicious 3-sided weight to Okake Reach. That sounds cool. Probably dropping the 5-mon here. 6-so! Oh my god! Wow! Like, the balls on this person are just like humongous. I can't even see the tiles. Wow, yeah. Uh, wow, yeah. This person really values like shutting down the dealer right now, like absurdly. I wonder if it's because they have like that series score that they're just like, no, I'm taking this guy down. Like, no more Drenchon for you. One is too many. Dropping the 6-0, which is like Suji to the Dora, taking this Dama Pinfu, waiting on the dealer's safe tile. Wow, like 6-0 passes. 4-pin is a straight up unsafe tile. Are they gonna drop the 6-0 here? Or are they just gonna like keep pushing for this? I would drop 6-0 here. Alright, so they're like 6-0, I'll risk that. A 4-pin, double Musuji? Nah, can't do that. Let's continue dropping the 6-0. That's interesting. So 5-mon, we can see all three of them. But 3-mon is a Shompai. 8-mon, we can see 1, 2 of them. So the 6-8 or the 6-9 weight is still technically available. Probably just 6-pin, I guess, since it's the safe tile. 1 so nope. So they're going bit hard fold right here, kind of. They do have, I guess it's still the same. Not quite. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is back down to 2 Shanten right now. So looks like they are just solidly folding right now. But they might have a chance to get back into Tenpai with that 3-so drop. Probably follow up with the 3-so here. E-Shanten for them now. 2-mon is a slight push from this person. Do they not have Genbutsu? Or is that actually like a sign of 1 Shanten or potentially even like Damaten? 8-so is a walled off tile. They're probably out of safe tiles. 2-so is good to go, and we are Ishanten with the better Ishanten. Ho! 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 So this is kind of interesting. So the 8-so drop right here, even though it's walled off, is still a Shompai and could potentially be seen as a push. The 2-mon tile is also a Suji, but could potentially be seen as a push. And yeah, so in regards to that, this person's like, well, I'm just gonna throw the 7-pin that just came out and like completely fold instead. Huh. Interesting choice. 7-pin drops, so that looks like a fold. 8-so is from Atatsu, so this also looks like a fold. 2-so drop because it just came out and it's a cool safe tile. And yeah, 1-person Tenpai. Dealer waiting on the 6-9 Manzu for a Ricci 1 Dora. That's 6-so though, like holy crap. Dang. I guess if they did drop the 6-so and then, or if they did drop the 5-mon right here and then drew like a cool 5-so tile, then they would deal in to the Ricci with their 6-mon drop. Huh. It is interesting to see how far they went for that just Pinfu hand though, to try to shut down the dealer. Huh. Very interesting. Alright, it's a continuation of the dealership. Let's see. Currently West win, 1,600 points on the board, and Dora is the Haku. Yeah, this is a cool hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 Shanten, 4 blocks, and potential deliciousness to turn into Shinitsu or a Honitsu. 1-so comes out, probably don't call that. Sha and Hatsu are both nice shiny value tiles, so I'm kind of liking 2-pin here. Maybe even 9-pin, because if we do go for a regular hand, I guess it probably needs to be Tanyao. So they go 2-pin. 3-so. If we do call a Chi right here and drop this, we're still 4 Shanten from a Shimitsu hand. And only like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So still 3 Shanten from a Honitsu hand and it would be open and probably 3,900 at best. So probably not gonna call that 3 so. 3-pin comes, the game is laughing at us. But we say, whatever game. Probably drop the 3-pin. 7-pin, 2-pin, 9 so, don't want to call that. 9-pin, hello. 4 pairs, 2 shansen technically. And we could also build up into like a Toy-ish, Sananku-ish, Suanku-ish kind of hand as well. Do we drop the Formon here? Or do we go like Hatsu slash Sha? I'm kinda digging the Formon. Let's see what they're thinking. 8-pin. Oh, I like that. That is nice. So the Formon is like, all right, I still want to keep up alive the chances at the Honitsu potential, the Chitoi potential, like et cetera potential. But the 8-pins does that exact same thing because like even if you draw the 7-pin, you're not that happy, right? Because what are you gonna get? The Ipeku. And so keeping the Formon around though still leaves the chances for like a tiny owl addition, better shape improvements if you do go for the regular hands, and a lot more. And you're still keeping that 9/9 around for all of your dreams. So yeah, that is nice. I like that. 3-mon, 2-mon, 4, 9 so draw. We're at the crossroads now. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, 2 shansen for regular hand, 2 shansen for Chitoitsu. I guess we go Hatsu here. Sha, so they are throwing their own wind first. So this is, I think, a defensive move. Dora is the Haku, and so if they do drop the Hatsu right now and someone calls it Pon, that is a really nice thing for them because they can now use the Dora, even if they don't have it as a triplet, which is really scary for us. So rather than doing that, both of these we don't see 3 of right now, and so rather than taking the slightly more likely to get West, we're holding on to this Hatsu instead, preferring the defensive benefit of throwing it later than now. And dealer declares Ricci. Alright. Fold. 9-pin, 9-pin. Keeping the Ryuiso dream alive. Yes, it is also keeping that delicious Ryuiso dream. Technically, for Ryuiso, let's see. We got like 1 block, 2 block, 3 block. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. I think it's 3. So yeah, 5 shansen for Ryuiso. Keeping it alive. 9-pin, safe tile. 9-mon was a safe tile. 7 so is a safe tile. We can go 7 so or 9-pin here. Probably just 9-pin. Shaw's a 1 cut. 2-pin. 2-mon. Hello, hands. I don't want to push. Yeah. Technically 3 tiles away from Shinitsu, but dealer's in reach, and I don't know though. Dora did come out from the dealer, and there's like no con or anything like that. But it is still a dealer reach, and there is still Uradora and no Ipatsuna at least. So yeah, I'm throwing the 7 so here. What are they thinking? They're also thinking, yep, nope, no dreams, just run, hide. Okay, now for slightly more difficult choices. 7 so we see 3 of right now, 8 so we see 2 of, 9 so we see 2 of. Let's see, 2-pin we can see 3 of, so I'm kind of liking the 1-pin here. They're also liking the 1-pin here. Sha, 9-mon, Hatsu. Hey, Hatsu, probably gonna drop that. This is probably coming out of a Tatsu drop right here. Chun also might be coming out of a Tatsu drop. 1-pin, Chun. 8 so we see 3 of right now, so 9 so is a double. one chance. And technically our hand is one Shanten for a potential like Riichi Tanyao. Yeah, I guess 9 so. Ah! And dealer calls an Ankon of the 6 pin, which is horrible for a couple reasons. The first reason is we have this 5-7 in our hand, and the other reason is now they have a lot of Burador potential and they have some food right there, and if we deal into that, we'll probably explode. So yeah, draw a south. South is a Shonpai. Let's not drop that. 4 mon's dangerous. 5 mon doesn't look that great. 8 so doesn't look that great. Yeah, so probably 5 pin, 7 pin here. They just called a con on the 6 pin, so yeah, let's drop that 5 pin. The only way they can be waiting on the 5 pin right here is if they had 2 of them in their hand, because if they were waiting on a Tunky, they would not have been able to call the 6 pin con, because it would change the shape of their hand. So yeah, 5 pin. 7 pin. Oh. So 7 pin, actually, no, that totally makes sense. 7 pin is also like the same as 5 pin, except you can also technically wait on like, the 8 and the 9 pin. But if we look at the board, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 9 pins. So that's completely dead. So the only way they can wait on the 7 pin is if they have a pair of them. And there's already one 7 pin that we can see, so they have to have the last 2 7 pin. So that's actually less likely to happen than this 5 pin right here. So 7 pin is safer than the 5 pin. Nice catch. This person drops a 5 pin drop. And dealer says, I don't need you guys. Sumo! Glad they weren't waiting on a Shabo. Regent Sumo. Tanyao. No Uradora, unfortunately. But yeah, 2,800 points from everyone, including the sticks on the board. So yeah, dealer rampage. Let's see, player C, huh? Luckily they're in 3rd overall, so our player is still kind of chill. All right, 3 home on the board. East 3, Dora is the Hatsu. And what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 Shanten hand, 3 blocks, and 2 completed Mensu. This is cool. This is awesome. I kind of like Haku right here. Just to like kill it off. Let's see what they're thinking. They're like, yeah, Haku. Like, we got Pinfu, we got Tanyao, like, Dora's the Hatsu. If someone calls the Haku, that would be horrible, so let's kill it off now. Got 2 pin, South, 9 mon, 4 mon, hallelujah, praise the Manzu. Like, this is that 258 shape that we were looking at before. So, yeah, this is absurdly amazing. Let's kill off that North. Killing off our own West, okay. Interesting. Still don't get that decision. Like, North is 1 cut, so I guess they're thinking from like a base safety perspective, like, okay, North is technically safer than West, I guess. 5 pin, Haku, 9 mon. That's an early Toitsu drop. Technically Shanten, not the Shanten that we wanted, but if we do draw a 2 pin, probably still maybe take that Tenpai. So probably North here. North, Tune, 1 mon. 4 mon draw. Huh. Yeah, I'm liking the 1 pin now. Max Tanyao, potential like Richipin Fu Tanyao, like Ipeiko upgrades even, like Sanshoku upgrades even. Yeah. Greed really hard on this. The door is hard to use as well, which makes this hand even better. 6 pin draw right here. We are technically Tenpai with a Richipin Fu Tanyao. Waiting on the 3-6 Manzu, 6 left. Yeah, Richi. Woo! I like Richi. Let's see. Unsafe, safe tile, safe tile. So this comes out from a Toitsu drop, so they probably didn't have any Genbutsu. Or maybe they wanted to push. One says Suji, Sha's a safe tile, 8 mon. 1 pin is a safe tile. Tunes, 1 cut. 5 mon is technically an unsafe tile, like half Suji. Maybe they can see like a lot of like. Actually, no, we can see the 2, 3, 4. So maybe a 1 chance from their perspective, Nakasuji. Or it could just be a blatant push. Let's see, 7 pin, safe tile, safe tile. Yep, that was a push. 2 pin Ricci probably has a connected tile to the 2 pin. 2 so. Sha, 1 so, 1 pin, 8 pin, danger. Ah, Ricci, East. Ricci East. 3,200 plus the 900 points of the board, minus 4,100 points as we sink into the bottom of wherever fourth goes. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, the 5 mon was just like a straight up push for their one shots in hand, and when they got Senpai, reach. Hi. And we are finally out of South 3 into South, or not South, East 3 into East 4. And Dora is the North. Currently we got 1, 2, 3 blocks. 3 connections. Technically 2 Shanten, I'm sorry, 4 Shanten for 7 pairs. 5 Shanten for regular hands. Yeah, let's see where this goes. Bit of connections right there. Yeah, I'm kind of liking Honitsu options. We got 3 honor tile, like value honor tile, like loners right here, and we got this awesome East because these rounds. So I'm probably dropping like 1 pin maybe here. 2 so, huh? So yeah, they're just like, yeah, I don't need Honitsu. I'm just gonna go for like a quick hand. Huh, that's interesting. 9 mon, 1 mon, 9 so. Guess 9 mon? Actually, if they don't want any overlap later on, I guess 1 pin. 5 mon, what is up with this? Are they actually gonna go for Honitsu and like the Monzu or in the Pinsu suit? Or are they just like super early like Saki gearing, trying to keep safe tiles? Kokushi. They're going for Kokushi. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically 9 tiles to Kokushi. Yeah, technically 9 tiles for Kokushi. So it looks like they're gonna be balancing like the Kokushi slash 7 pairs slash like Sananko kind of fun. A little bit of backfire right there. 7 so just came out, but 7 so just got drawn. Probably 8 pin here, I guess, if they are balancing those. Yep. 4 so, 1 pin, Hatsu. If you still want to keep balancing that, 2 mon. So 1 pin is very sad right now, but get rid of that 8 pin. It's always sad when you're like, hey, look, 7 pairs, and you have a couple of pairs in your discard. 1 pin is completely dead now, and we got another pair, and we can also technically go pon pon. So probably 1 pin here. Haku, no pon. No pon of the Haku. So they have this 4 blocks right here, but they're like, no, it's not Toy Toy. East and Haku might be delicious, but East is kind of hard to get because the door is an R tile, and then the 4 mon and the 7 mon are probably not going to be that great to get. 4 mon especially looks very sad right now because everyone's holding on to middle Monzu tiles. Draws a 9 mon, East Shanten for Chitoitsu. Let's see, Hatsu is 1 cut, South is 1 cut. These would be amazing weights. 9 so is 1 cut, and 1 so is 1 cut. Yeah. Drops the 1? Actually, yeah, I'm probably dropping the 1 so here. What are they thinking? 9 so, okay. Difference between like the 9 so and the 1 so. 1 so is technically a super early Sotogawa right here with this 1 so, or with this 2 so on the first turn. 9 so, we can see 3 of the 7 so that makes it look a little bit better as well. This person probably doesn't have any. We don't know about this person. Technically, we don't know about this person, but they threw a 4 so right here, so probably not 1 so in their hand. 4-pin instantly comes out for a dealer. Just I guess I'm dead by. Oh, I guess I'll run. 2,000 points. And whoo, just what we needed. More dealerships. Dora is the 5 so now. And this hand is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Shanten. Can get Tanyao, can get Dora, can technically get Pinfu. And we got 3 lone delicious value honor tiles. 1 pin? Haku, no, they're just ignoring them. They're just like, nah, I got Dora, I got shapes, let's do this. Menzen all the way. Chun? 1 pin now, okay. What are my 1 pin now? Oh, okay. So they got 1 block, technically 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, 5 blocks now. So since they do have the 5 blocks, they are getting rid of that 2 pin right there. They do lose the Ukeide on the 3 pin though. But considering the shapes in their hand, they could just backtrack and get, if they do get a 3 pin anyway, and just take better shapes. So it's not much of a loss. Chun, South, Chun? 9 so 9 pin 4. Got that 3, backtrack, probably the south right here, just go dreams. Could also go 1 2 so, but probably just dreams. Oh, so they are going 1 2 so. So if we treat this as like, so this is definitely 1 block, but we're probably going to treat this like 1 2 block, and then like 3 block, 4 block, and then find a magical 5th block, maybe with like the Dora, get a pair of that, and then we have like 3 blocks out of here. So it's like 3 blocks, potentially 2 blocks, kind of looking at. It's kind of interesting they went to 2-mon first, because like a 4-mon draw would be amazing right here. 2 pin, 1 so, 7 pin. Hey, there's another block. Get rid of that 1-mon. Technically 2 Shanten now. Chun is safer than South, so probably South. Drops the Chun, okay. 6 pin comes out, no call right there. Call would be very sad considering the shapes that we have. 6 so would also still be pretty sad considering the shapes that we have, so probably no call. 3 pin draw right there, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm thinking south. What are they thinking? 8 so also kind of looks fun. So they're going south. So you don't want to drop like 5 so because that's the Dora. And ideally, you want to keep this 3 5 7 shape right here so that we can take in the 4 so and the 6 so to use the Dora. But by keeping all of these shapes alive and dropping the south, we can also take in the 9 so right here. 2 north 7. Get rid of the Hatsu, I guess. Not get rid of the Hatsu. Huh. So I don't think this is like a offensive keep right here because like the 2 so is pretty flexible for the hand. So I think this is a defensive keep on this Hatsu right now, which is technically a Shompai on the 8th turn. And we're seeing some players with some pretty strange discards. Hint, hint, the dealer. Hint, hint, death potential. Hint, hint. So yeah, I guess they're being weary of that. But we're Ishanten right now. Hatsu? Yep. Now they're like, oh, if we're Ishanten, then I guess I'll drop it. 3 so drops from them, and hey, what's up? That's horrible and cool and horrible at the same time. I guess 3 so here. Riaman drop from them. Hello, that's cool. 3 so. 7 pin only has 1 left, but we're not dropping the Dora. Dealer finally hits Tempai, or finally hits the need to or want to declare the reach. Yeah, let's see what this is. Ugh. So it is possible for dealer to have like some weird type of Chitoitsu hands. They did keep East, which was a Shonpai around for a long time. So that's a bit concerning. We are 1 Shanten. Of our shapes right now, this one has base 8, but we can see 3 of the tiles, so 5 tiles for the shape remaining. 5 so 6 pin, and the 7 pin. If we combine them, it's like 1 shape. Base 8, and we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4 tiles. So yeah, 9 tiles of Gaere, 1 Shanten. Not super great. But we have 2 Dora. But this 9-mon looks absurdly scary. If we draw 3 Dora, I think we like have to 100% like fight to the death. So I'm probably dropping 8 pin here. But 8 pin Shonpai. Okay, I'm dropping 8 pin here. What are they thinking? 1 pin. So they are straight up fold, or at least for the moment. Dropping the safe tile for the dealer. 3 pin is a push. And deals in. Ricci, Pinfu. Or not Pinfu. Ricci, Sha. Ricci Sha. 2,000 plus 300 points. Yeah, this discard pattern is like, I'm forever stuck in 1 Shanten. Please, please, where is my Tempai? Reach. Okay. Brah. This is a long game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, this is the 9th hand, and we are in East round right now. Dora is the 6-mon, and this hand is technically 4 Shanten for a regular, 3 Shanten for 7 pairs. Make that 3 Shanten for both now. This is gross. Dora's the 6-mon though, so probably Hatsu or Chun. Hatsu, 1 pin, north, north, 1 so, don't need that. 1 mon, east, 8. 7 pin is an amazing draw. Probably Chun here. Okay. 1 so, north. 6 so is another like amazing draw, but now we're worrying about ending up in a Tempai that has no value. I guess still just Horso though. Technically Ishanten. 1 pin. Ooh, but Itsu potential. Actually, maybe the 3-mon here is kind of shiny. If we do draw the 4-mon, then that's kind of sad. But by keeping this 1 pin around, we do give us the chance of getting Itsu if we're not going to take Richinomi. I'm kind of digging the 3-mon. Ooh, but they're digging the 1 pin drop. So dropping the 1 pin, I'm guessing that's a declaration of, like, if they do draw a 3 pin, they might probably just declare Ricci right there. Which might be good, considering that West is pretty likely to come out. I am curious to see what they're going to do if they draw a 4-mon, though. 3 so, get rid of that. Toyman, Tatsu over. 4-mon, alright, show me what's up. I'm probably dropping 5-mon, staying Dama here. They're also dropping 5-mon, staying Dama. And Toyman's like, haha, Ron, Tanyao, Dora 3. So yeah, they got their Tatsu over right here, and on their second draw, just immediately drew into Tenpai, which is like the second time they did that to us. So yeah, drop this. Cool. All right. All right. So yeah, if they drew anything except a usable tile, then it would normally be okay. But they drew a 6-mon right there. Dama, 2/5-mon, just utter death hands, and boom, explosions. Ugh, that's rough. All right, player A, infallible lead, not looking so infallible anymore. But on the bright side, we're into the South rounds. Woo, South rounds. All right, dealership. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also Minsu over. So 3 Shanten right here. Can technically take in any draw on any of our Tatsu, like as a pair, and it'll advance the hand. So yeah, 9 silver tune. Uh, kind of liking the tune here. You're also liking the tune here. South one, so oh my god, what is happening? So yeah, this person's just like Pon double south, Pon 1-pin. Dora is the Shah, so they can also use that now. And back to our turn, and suddenly everything is very different. Uh, guess I'm dropping east. 9, so keeping safe tile around even potentially. Hatsu, are they gonna risk that now? This person has a double call, and so if they do feed them another Yakuhai, that might be bad. 2-pin? East, okay, drop the 1 cut east. They didn't call it earlier. 9-mon, north. Progress. 2-pin? 2-pin. 5 so, 1-mon, 5 so, 4-mon. I guess 1-mon? Hatsu, they are risking the Hatsu right now. And it passes. So yeah, technically, oh god. Technically 2 Shanten right now. And they just called an Uncon of the 5-mon, and now 3 so is the Dora, and we got 1 Dora. Yeah, this is a really decent chance that this might be Tenpai. So yeah. If it's Senpai, then that's probably a Mungon. Sha. Of course, so sad. Guess 1-mon. 1-mon came out here, there's no call. 1-mon, that's a connected tile. Might be a jump to Tenpai too. East Shanten for us right now. 9-pin, 8-pin. 9-pin is 2 out, just came out. Risk, or we could risk the 8-pin right now. Probably 9-pin though. Only risk dropping it if we do against Tenpai. 5 so, 9 so is a bit of a push, so Toyman's kind of pushing. Hatsu looks okay. 7, 2, so yeah, Toyman is like hella pushing. Are they in Tenpai? That's scary. 3-pin is like a safe top for this person. 7 so is a Shonpai. Okay, I'm going 1 so here unfolding. What are they doing? They're going 8-pin. Shonpai keeping up the push. It passes. 6-mon, Toyman, 6-mon. That might be a fold reaction. This is definitely a fold reaction. 9-mon looks okay. 7-mon, yep. So Toyman's at least moshing around some. 8-mon's okay. Actually, is 8-mon okay? 8-mon is, we can see 2 of them. Probably 8-mon. E6, 8, 9, so Zoo is okay. 4-pin, 4-pin, 4-pin. Tune. 6, 9, shot. 3 so is a cool Dora. That's great. That's also sad. 1 so? We're probably not getting Tenpai at this point, so just fold. Yep. 1 mon or Forso. Forso just came out, so probably Forso. 1 mon, maintain the illusion. And last draw, 2 mon. Forso. Wonder why not 2 mon. Maybe it's just in case, like, oh, this person maybe like folded on their like last discard, and we just gave him a 2 mon to like get back into Tempai. Maybe the reasoning. It's the only thing I can consider. But yeah, Tempai for a Toy Toy double non. And with that, so ends our short-lived dealership. Dora is now the 5 Pinzu. Starting hand has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 connections. So 3 Shanten. Sha. North. What do you have against your own wind? Do you crave Pinfu that much? Sha. 8 pin. Okay. So they're confirming down their blocks right now. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and they need to pair somewhere. So getting rid of that 8 pin. That's interesting. Technically, we do have 1, 2, 3 sound check potential. 5 pin. Gotta stretch a little for that. One benefit of the 8 pin, or discarding the 8 pin, is that even if we keep it around, if we do get a 5 pin later on, 5 pin will overtake most of its usable tiles. So keeping this, and turns out pretty good because dealer just had a 3rd turn reach. And our hands actually might be able to fight it later. So 3 pin or west. If we do go west, that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still 2 Shanten. Probably west. Let's see. North, south, Haku. 6-0 is really cool. Technically East Shanten. Technically Shanten for a Nomi hand, though. Yeah, I really hate this. I guess 1-so is like the Chad drop, but I'm probably going with like the Virgin 3 pin. They are also joining me. Dropping their only safe tile for the dealer. 7-so. Haku 8-so. 7-so is good now. Drop that. 4 pin east. 5 mon Ricci. What's up, bro? Alright. So yeah, Haku. 5 pin, 5 pin, 2 pin. What's up? Drop that 2 pin. 2 mons now, safe tile. 2 pin we can see 3 of. South. Let's drop this 2 mon, I guess. 2-so comes out and run. This is great for us actually, because now we're technically in Mongon Sima range of 3rd place. Ricci, Pinfu, Janakte. Ricci, Tanya, Dora, 5,200 points, plus the Homba. And yeah, we got a new best friend. Their name is Player B, which is actually really amazing, because Player B is actually 2nd place overall, and the one person that we don't want to like win first in this game. This is actually kind of nice. So yeah, Player C, who's last overall, is in 1st. Player D, who's in 3rd overall, is 2nd. B, who's 2nd overall, is 3rd, and us in last. So this is like, if we were gonna get last, this is like the ideal like point or placement spread between the 4 players. All right, South 3. Dora is the 3 Sozu. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 Shanten in hand. 2 completed Mensu. This is really cool. Let's see if we can't win this. Oh my god. Ishansen starting off for a potential like Tanyao, Dora, Ipeko, Pinfu. Yeah, so 1 pin? 9 mon. Okay. So what's the benefits between 9 mon and 1 pin? So if you do keep around the 1 pin, I guess if you keep around the 9 mon, then you can get another Ryanmen. So if you get the 5 mon or the 7 mon. But because our other two shapes that they would have to contest with is like this cool Ipeco potential and the Dora, uh, we're not that happy with it. So instead, what we're doing here, throwing out the 9 mon, keeping the 1 pin around, so that if we do get a 2 pin, we can drop the 3 pin and potentially like use a pair of the Dora, and have like really a lot higher Okiiri as well. Okay, 9 mon Sha 8, drop that 9 so Sha North 9. Get out of here 9. Told you don't need you. 6 7 7 3 3 3 3 3 3 3 3. Probably still 3 mon for the previously mentioned reasoning. Hatsu. Oh, not Hatsu. I am very interested on like this player's fixation to Shonpai honor tiles. It doesn't seem like a like a defensive thing, except right here it actually may be a defensive thing. Uh, and I guess this goes back to what I was talking about yesterday of like the mindset of keeping like double east and not dropping them, or double south and not dropping them, because you don't want to drop them until you're like near Tempai, because people usually only call for that stuff like first, so they'll try to call their value first, as opposed to like trying to do Atsuzuke. And so by holding on to this Hatsu, we are preventing other players from like speed boosting their hands to an open hand real quick and stopping this a delicious, amazing Menzen hand that we have. And then the trade-off for that is just like the small 2-pin upgrade. Okay, 2-pin is 3 out anyway right now. Hey, that's sad and cool and Hatsu. So we got this 6-0. It was the best of tiles. It was the worst of tiles. 3-0 is the Dora, so it's not super great. But if we get to Tempai, especially on a 6-pin, probably drop that Dora like it's hot. Take the Pinfu Tanyao Ipeco. If you draw a 9-pin, I guess we'll see. Let's see, 7 so is 3 now. Drop that east. East Hatsu, 1 mon. Penchon drop from south right there. Get rid of. Okay, south is a double south now, but Pinfu and Tanyao and everything. So drop that double south. Double south gets called, 1-pin drop. This could be Tempai right now. If it is Tempai, it's at least 2,000 points, and we don't see many Dora except this one, so 3,900, or an 8,000 point hand are very possible. 1-pin drop, so they most probably have some connected tile to the 1-pin, like unless they like drew it in the last turn. 3-mon. 5, 8, 7. Do not chi. That would be very sad. We need points. Get rid of that south. 8 north. Safe tile overflow from the dealer. Potentially Dama Tempai or Wen Shanten. 5 so, 9 so, kill it off. 3 so Dora drop from our friend right here. That is an indication that they could be Tempai, Damaten, or Wen Shanten. 8 so drop, pulling from the dealer, drops the 2-mon. Dealer is most probably in Tempai, has connected tile to the 2-mon. Early 1-mon, so probably 4-mon in their hands. 4 so drop. I think. Do we call Chi here? I think we might need to call Chi here. If this is me, I'm probably calling Chi here and dropping the 6 so. They, on the other hand, are like, no, no, this is my chance. Passing it up. 2-pin drop. Push, push, push. Shimacha right here gets into Tempai, drops a Chun, which is a Shonpai. They didn't call it Con, so most probably that was like a lone tile, and they chose to hold on to this Chun over the Shonpai Dora tile. So they if I'm thinking of all of the things that they could possibly have, uh, Chitoitsu Dora Dora is actually potentially one of them. So this actually might be a Chitoi Dora Dora hand, or maybe they just don't want to call Con for some reason. But I can't see them not wanting to call Con. Yep, okay, and that confirms that. So this probably is like a Chitoi Dora Dora hand. The only reason why they would drop the Dora over like Chun value-wise is if they had, let's say, like 3 of them, and then they're like, well, I'm one Shanten for Chitoi Dora Dora, I'm gonna drop this Dora. And the reason why they kept like the Shonpai Chun was because they were Chitoitsu. So yeah, I'm guessing this is Chitoitsu. And if that is Chitoitsu, this Haku is absurdly dangerous to that. So I am not dropping this Haku, and I am probably going to drop 6-0 or 3-0 here. 6-0? 3-0. No care for the dealer's Tenpai. No call from them earlier on that 3-0. This person's been in Tsumogiri mode the entire time, so the only person that could possibly be waiting on this is the dealer. But they didn't call earlier, so it's a bit weird. 2-so, 5 mon. So this is a push, and boom! Not either of them. It was just a standard. What is up with this? Alright, friend, you gotta explain some stuff to me. What was going on in your mind when you threw this 3-so here? Yeah, so this person called, took the Tenpai, or not even Tenpai, they were just stuck in Ishansen hell for forever. Dealer called and took a Tenpai on the 3-pin weight for Tanya Aldora. And then this player right here was like just really thirsty. Like really thirsty. Like holy crap. Like okay. 1-mon is 2-cut. And so if they do keep the 3-so, there's only 2 3-so left. And if they end up with that as their weight, that would be very sad. The 1 4-so from their perspective looks amazing on the other hand. And so they're like, yeah, 3-so right now. I'm risking it all. Huh, that's interesting. And they decided to get rid of the more dangerous 3-so before they get rid of the Chun. And then when they hit Tenpai, they declare Richi, waiting on that 2-5 mon. Huh. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Alright. Orasu! So right now, we want to look at the points. Even though, as far as we're concerned, it's kind of sad because, what are we? Let's see, so that's like 14, so 13,800, so 13,800 points down from our friend player B, aka a Honeyman Sumo, or a direct, like, let's see, not even 6,400. We basically need like 7,700 point hand, where we'll not just Mangon direct here. So yeah, that's pretty unlikely. But more interestingly, player A or player B and player C. So player C is last place overall right now, so we really want them to get first. Player B is, or D is in third, so yeah, second would be good for them. And then these two players are just fighting like, I just want to win a hands. So yeah, let's see what we're gonna do. Player B probably wants the same thing that we want as well. And if we can get a Hanuman Sumo, guess we'll go for a Hanuman Sumo. Ba, ba, ba. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, starting hand is 3 Shanten, door is the 9-mon. I guess 9-so here. Technically, we do have Sanshoku potential, and we do have Itsu potential that could help us with that Hanuman if we want it. And especially with this 8-mon draw, 3-pin or Sha? Sha's 2-cut, probably Sha. Hatsu, 3-mon. 1-mon, already a... Already a penchant over from this person, and technically drew a 9-mon, which technically means we're 4 tiles away from Chiren Poto. That's a thing. 9-mon is the Dora either way, though, so probably 3-pin or 6-pin here. Maybe even 6-0. Goes with the 6-pin. 9 Shun, 3-mon. 4-so is a bit awkward. 1-so? 1-so. You could take the 3-pin drop, and that's technically 1 Shansen, but because you have this overlap right here, you're stuck in a pretty awkward situation where your end shape is just going to be a 2-so or a 5-so Kanchan. So rather than doing that, confirm the Ryanmin, keep these delicious floating tiles open, and take a bit of a detour for a better chance to win. Dealer opens up, calls the Haku, drops the 5, 1-so drop from right there, probably 8-pin. 6-so, so already Saki getting. Technically Ishanten now, 8-pin. 6-pin. Dealer drops a south overflow, potentially Tenpai. 8-mon is cool. 1-mon, 1-mon. And yeah, technically if we do draw a 7-mon, we could get a Richi, Pinfu, Ipeiko, Dora Dora, Ipatsu or Uradora would give us a Hanemon Sumo for second place. So that would be worth a, 12,000 plus 10, so that's like a 22,000 point hand. Sounds pretty amazing. Probably Iman still. If we do get a Richi, Sumo, Ipeiko, Dora Dora, yeah, Richi, Sumo, Ipeiko, Dora Dora. So if we get Pinfu, it's already a Hanemon, I'm sorry. But even without Pinfu, we can still get a Hanemon chance. Shimacha looks like they were pushing, and or actually no, maybe not. 2-pin was a Suchi to the dealer. North does come from their hand, which is a safe tile over, though, so that might be close to Tenpai. Oh, 3-so, 4-so, 3-pin, or 4-pin. 2 5-pin looks amazing. I'm kind of liking 4-so. 3-so, so drops the safe tile for the dealer. Shimocha is probably in Tenpai now. 4-mon is really sad. I really want to push, though. 4-pin? 4-mon. Big push. Okay, call right here. If we didn't know they were in Tenpai before, we know player B is most definitely in Tenpai now. 4-mon. 9-pin. Guess 2-mon. Where's our Tenpai? Dealer drops a 1-pin from their hand. Connect a tile to that most probably. This player just looks like they're trying to run away. Tune drop. Got 2 draws left. Come! Told you the 2-5 looked amazing. Probably just 3-pin here. 7-so. Womp womp. And that's the end of that. Whoa, that's interesting. Let's see. I kind of missed that. So this player right here drops a 4-mon on the same turn that we dropped it, which well, it was safe for the dealer basically. 6-so is safe for this person and this person. 8-so is safe from the dealer and kind of unlikely for this person. 6-mon, on the other hand, was a Shonpai blatant push. So this was an indication that they hit Tenpai. And yeah, then dealer drops the 1 and 2-pin, is folding, doesn't want to deal into this person, because if they do deal into a 1,000 point hand here, that would be very sad for them. Interesting. I'm guessing dealer was in Tenpai and decided to fold? Yeah, so dealer was in Tenpai right here. Drew a 5 Monzu, but didn't want to drop the 5-8 like Suji, So they decided to fold their hand because it looked like this person was folding. If it does go to Ryukoku and this person's not in Tenpai, then all great because, you know, they'll get first place. But unbeknownst to them, it's like, not it. Oh, here we go. But yeah, this person just like got back into Tenpai. Actually, did they ever leave it? Wow. Okay, yeah, so there were 7 pairs, Ishanten, 7 pairs, Ishanten, and they just like got it on the 6 mon right there in the last second. And so dealers plan to try to fold because, you know, they hope this guy was going to be no 10, just backfired because they got the magical draw. And because of that, player D goes up to first place, C goes down to third place. We are in last place with 0 points, and yeah. Player B is in second, and that ends the game, I think. Wait, what? Oh, no, I'm sorry, because for some reason I was confusing these two players. Player D is the dealer, so the game continues. Alright, I'm finishing this game tonight no matter what. There might be 10 Homba, but I'm going to finish it. Dora is the Haku. Our situation is about the same, except now a Hanemansuma wouldn't help us. A direct Mongon would not help us. And yeah, but we're just worrying about the series here, so probably just go for like total points. Consider like what the best EV thing to do with this hand is. Player C and player D are fighting for the top two. If possible, we want to hit player D down into second place because player C is in last place overall, and so that would be better for us if player C won first as opposed to player D. Yeah, so starting hand has 3 connections, 5 Shanten, 5 Shanten for Chitoitsu as well. Technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a pair for Kokushi. And whew, wow, this is horrible. Technically 4 blocks for Chanta slash Junchan, or what are they gonna do here? I'm liking 8. I'm liking 6 though. 2 mon. Okay, okay, okay. Balancing the greed for Honitsu with the greed for Chanta. Instant backfire, but don't worry, don't worry. 6-pin, Sha, no pawn. 2 mon, 3 mon, get out of here. 4, 8, 1 so, stop tempting us. And Haku is the Dora. That's cool. 6-0. If we do win a Kokushi right here, just you know, because Kokushi, technically if we get a Kokushi Tsumo, that would give us a solid third place. If we do run someone, or specifically player C or player D with a Kokushi, second place. Hey, Kokushi was being really far away, but then we got a few draws, and now maybe it's actually not so far away now. Technically 3 tiles away from Kokushi. 2-pin? Or actually no, probably 8-pin because there's 1 8-pin out. If we balance Kokushi in 7 pairs. 7-pin. Okay, okay. 7 E6. 8-pin. 7 mon. Okay. They're keeping the 8-pin around because it's a safe tile for the dealer. So even though they are kind of going for some dreams here, it's mostly like this hand is horrible unfolding basically, except you fold into a Yakuman, and if you get it, great. If not, well, at least you have all these safe tiles. 7 so 8-pin, probably not 2-pin. They're still keeping this 8-pin around for the dealer. Technically, we have 3 pairs right now, so 7 pairs options also is looking kind of interesting. And we have 2 8-pins now, and we can actually probably just call Pon 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 if we want to. East has 1 left. So has 2 left. 8-pin has 1 left. Shaw has 1 left. Actually, Shaw's dead. Alright, so that's dead. So probably just 7 pairs at this point. 9 so is a safe tile for the dealer. 1 mon safe tile for the dealer. 1 pin is right over here. Haku is the Dora, and South is very shiny. So probably 1 pin here. Double Yakuman isn't, let's see. Yes, so Double Yakuman is not part of this rule set. So WRC, unfortunately, does not have the great 13-sided, like, boom, come back. So, yeah. Ooh, whoa, what? 8-pin? Huh. Huh. So they're like, no, I'm good. I don't want to go for like 7 pairs or anything here. I'm just gonna go for the dreams. If I do go for 7 pairs, it's gonna be like a Honroto 7 pairs. Yeah. Attacking random bugs that are flying on me. All right, 7 pin. Dealer might be in Tempai now. Hey, technically 2 Shanten for Kokushi. Still need 9 pin, which has 2 left. Let's see, and then 2 dragons. Chun, which has technically 1 left. Hatsu, which has technically 3 left. Technically, the dream is real. East, Formon, 7. Get rid of that 8 pin. Chun is dead, and along with it are our dreams. But, you know, friendship over with Kokushi. My new best friend is Chinroto, or not Chinroto, Honroto Chitoi. Yeah, that sounds good. So, considering that, let's probably go with like 9 mon or south. I'm digging the 9 mon. They're digging the south. Both of those are safe tiles for the dealer. 6, 6, 7, 9 mon. 7 pin's actually probably okay. So we do want to be careful that someone might just decide to kill us right now, especially the dealer. Dealer needs to be Tempai, or the game ends. So, oh, but there's the Ricci. So, yep, dealer has told us very kindly that they are in fact in Tempai. That being said, 9 mon East hard fold. Continues with the East. And I guess west here. Yep. West. 1 person Tempai, Ricci, Chitoitsu, waiting on the 8 so, and you guessed it, another round of WRC. WRC. Hype. Alright, so same situation, except a little bit different, because I think we are back into, are we back into it? So technically we're back into Haneman Sumo range. So the difference between us and player B is 16,800 points. There's 1,000 on the field from the Ricci stick, so that's 15,800 points. And because we have the 2 Homba, if we do get the Sumo, that would give us a tie with them, which doesn't give us the great plus 10, but it still gives us plus 5. So a Haneman Sumo would be worth 17,000 points, plus the points on the board. So that would be 18,600 points. Not bad. Next up, get a Haneman Sumo. 4 so is the Dora, and that makes things awkward. This makes things awkward. This is really awkward. So yeah, Chitoitsu, Dora, Chitoitsu, Honitsu. Both of those sound amazing right now. 2 mon, 7 mon for me. North, so they're looking at this probably a little bit more realistically, probably just going for regular hand with the Dora. They don't need to get a Hanemon here. If anything, ending the game is probably more beneficial than attempting to chase after a super far off Hanemon chance. That being said, 2 mon. 2 mon. North, get out of here. They already gave up on that dream. 7-mon. Haku. Oh. Interesting. So yeah, they're keeping alive the regular hand option pretty hard here. Northeast, I guess. 7-mon? Okay, alright. Now, finally, after pulling their arm a little, they finally like, well, I guess I can look at Chitoi, Honitsu option. Dora maybe. Tune. Okay, Hatsu. Alright, back to Chitoi. What do we got here? So 2-pin, 4-pin, 9-pin, and Chun. Chun looks kind of cool. Double South looks kind of cool. 9-pin looks pretty amazing. I'm digging the 4-pin here. What are they thinking? They're taking the 2-pin. Okay. 2 so, 1 so, Sha. 6-pin's a bit awkward. 6-pin or 4-pin, I guess. 4-pin. 9-pin has 2 out, which is unfortunate. East, get out of here. Tumon. The game is laughing at us. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you want these pairs? Hatsu. Dealer, potentially safe tile over Tempai. 9 so. Dealer actually just might be complete folding. 8 so drops a 9-pin, which is 2 cut now. Sha might be a safe tile over Tempai for Toyman. 6-mon has 1 out right there. Oh. I guess 6-mon? Okay. 8 Ricci from Toyman, they're going for first place. No Ipatsu cancel. 1 so drop, safe tile. Don't want to deal into Toyman. 4 so? Oh no, but 4 so's the Dora. Oh. I kind of want to push. Toyman needs how many points to get into first place? Let's see. So before they reached, they were actually, does that show it? Yeah. So 9,600 points. So they're down exactly 5,000 points, but there's 1,600 points on the board. If we do deal in, then that means they need 3,400 points. So Ricci Ipatsu won of anything. So good chance they'll probably have that if we deal in. South. 2 so, 6-mon, 1 so, 6 so is really sad, and I think our dreams are dead now. 1-pin, 1-pin. 4 so, oh. Oh. Dealer can just fold if it goes to Ryukoku, they get first place. 9-mon, safe. And last tile, Chun's 100% safe. 1-person Tempai, I guess. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why is it not showing the end of this hand? I'm confused. What, was it like a no-10 Ricci or something? No, that wasn't the case. Oh. Interesting. So I guess it's just a bug on the Run to Replay Reviewer where if the game ends being in like Ryukoku, it doesn't show like the score or anything. That's bizarre. Huh. Womp. So I'm gonna have to add up the final score after this. But yeah, so ends this game. 1-4 wait for them. Ricci, 1 Dora. If they get Sumo, that's enough. If they get the 4-pin Ron, that's enough. If they get the 1-pin Ron, that's impossible actually, because 4-pin and 1-pin, they're actually in footy 10. So yeah, they're just reaching for that Sumo to get first. Okay. So ends the 4th, or no, what was this, third game? Last game! Alright, I'll probably be going over the last game next week. And after we're done with that, move on to some other series. Alright, thanks for watching. I guess I'll go play some more Paper Mario. Catch you later.